My name is Matt Reef, and my wife is Ann Reef, and we live just south of St. Paul on an acreage. And we adopted 2 boys from Nebraska Children's Home. Their names are Gabriel and Jacob.
We became a family through Nebraska Children's Home, as Matt said, and it's been almost
8 years.
8 years since we've been working with Nebraska Children's Home, and Jacob is almost 7 years old. And he's squirrely.
We came from both large families, and we always wanted to have a family of ourselves. And as we were going in a relationship, there was always something missing. We came upon Nebraska Children's Home. We liked their family values, their strong family values based in Nebraska here, and that it wasn't a paid service. You know, it was something where you came to them, you weren't buying that child. And we thought that was unique.
You always knew that they had the children's best interests at heart, and we found that to be in line with our values as well, placing the children first.
I mean, it is difficult. You see other couples pick, you're like, why not me? Why not us? As you're going through that process. And then that day finally comes, you know, when it could happen. But as those times come along, you know, there's always going to be struggles. You know, we had some along the way, and when you're working with young women, they're going to change their mind at times. We like to go places and let the boys experience it. We ourselves like to go a lot of places. Whenever we go in Omaha to an event, we always go to the zoo.
And Lords and Gardens.
And you go to
Lords and Gardens.
Once in a while we do go there.
Through Nebraska Children's Home, there's many opportunities to attend trainings and parenting classes, orientations, as well as fundraising activities for the Children's Home. So we were actually attending a Weaving Families event, a fundraiser for Central Nebraska, and the family that had been caring for Gabriel happened to be sitting at the table with us. And this cute little baby had casts from his toes up to his thigh, and she let me hold him while she helped the other children get their meal. And it turned out just a few months later that Gabriel would join our forever family. So it was really an awesome experience to hold him and get just a slight preview of what was coming. Well, the change has been like day and night. You go from a family of husband and wife to a family of 4, and it's hard to remember what life was like before children, and before even Nebraska Children's Home, really. Nebraska Children's Home has become such an integral part of our family and who we are. It's really hard to remember when Nebraska Children's Home wasn't a part of our family. Anywhere we can spread the word about what Nebraska Children's Home does to help raise those funds and to continue the organization well into the future is something we're glad to help out with.
And they're there to help children not only in adoption, but also in foster care. But they also help those young mothers get through that process. And it's not only with the caseworkers, but also through their programs, through the seminars they put on, their educational component. We've been to several of those seminars, and they've been very educational, and it has helped us as we were raising the boys.
Knowing that our caseworker is there and that support system is available, that whenever we would need it is comforting. You know, just to know it's there. We're not always going to need it, but things do come up, like when you would need to track down medical history, or if there was some sort of emergency, I know we could get a hold of birth mom if that emergency arose, and Nebraska Children's Home would help us.
They've had a few medical issues that we've had to work through, and we could call Nebraska Children's Home to help us out with that.
So you're not like left out in the cold after the adoption takes place, and now it's almost been, 8 years, and we still feel really connected with the Children's Home. It's a challenge, but it's the best challenge we've ever undertaken.
Go.